Popular Culture Research Team. How can I help you? Back joining us in the studio for Popular Culture Research Team is Eugene's Yujin. Eugene, hello to you.
Hi guys, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Eugene,
Friday.
do you remember college? I mean, it was not too
College?
long ago, so. Did you have fun in college?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Like 10 years ago?
Man,
Yeah,
it was
10 years ago.
10
Oh my
years-
goodness.
10 years ago?
Time really flies.
How long has it been since I was a fresh? I went to college in 2004.
2004?
Yes, so 22 years ago.
2004?
2004.
I was like 10 years old.
Oh my gosh.
2004.
Did you join any like clubs or like groups when you were in college?
No.
No?
I really regret that.
Really? What'd you do?
I just
Meet guys?
boring. No.
CC? You were a CC?
No CC.
You were not a CC?
Not CC. It's
Oh,
such
wow.
a boring college life.
You did nothing? What'd you do in college? Just study?
I met a boyfriend, but he was not in the same college.
Oh, just not
Was-
CC. Okay, okay.
not CC.
Oh, here in Korea it's possible. It's possible.
But like we enjoyed like university like festivals and like or part-time job.
No, I had many part-time jobs too.
Right.
No, okay.
Boring.
She didn't really party it off. I thought she would be like a party. Actually, Eugene's not
Why?
really a party
Right,
person. She's just.
If I can go back
Yes.
to my college period, I'll definitely go to the club.
Go clubbing, go
clubbing,
nightclub,
Nightclub,
booking,
booking.
booby.
No, you did that?
Yes, I did. And I got rejected and I never did it ever again. Oh, college was fun. College definitely was fun. We are not talking about the college life of Mr. Kim.
Oh,
However, we are talking about the dream
Dream
life of Mr.
life.
Kim. And we're down to the fourth episode that we're covering.
episode.
That's right. And we've covered a lot over the past few weeks, right?
So we talked about like real estate agents, like what lunch breaks at Korean companies look like, and even company dinner gatherings. And we also touched on something pretty heavy, like layoffs. And in the end, Mr. Kim leaves the company he worked at for decades.
Yeah, exactly. And so let's talk about what happens afterwards, guys. Now,
Okay.
remember, he's got a house, he's got a mortgage, his kid's still in college, which means that there's college tuitions to think about, right? And so he still needs money. Does he find a new job?
He tries, but it's not easy. But because anything that pays more than about 2 million won a month is really hard to find. Because when you are still supporting a family, that's basically the minimum.
I don't even think that's the minimum.
Like 300 million or?
300 million.
Oh, sorry, guys. 3
Because
million.
is 300만 won, right?
300만 원.
3 million is about, for our listeners out there, maybe about like $2,400 maybe.
That's the minimum.
That might be minimum. Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Okay.
So
okay.
2 million
Got
is
it.
not going to happen because 2 million is like $1,500
But his son is like college student.
tuition.
Oh, got it.
That's why he says, "Don't worry, I'm going to be able to pay for the tuition.
right.
I'm going to
I
pay for the
remember
tuition
that.
no matter what." Right?
Got
He
it.
says that, but
Yeah.
his son
3
also
million is the minimum.
son also gets a scam, by the way.
So he starts looking at jobs like convenience store delivery or courier services, and eventually working as a 대리기사, meaning a paid driver you hire to drive your own car when you can't.
Yeah.
You know this, right?
Yes.
So honestly, a lot of middle-aged people in Korea face this exact situation after retirement.
I mean, you don't have a car, so you've never called 대리운전, right? So 대리운전, just like Eugene said, it's when, let's say I go drinking and I have my car, and you should never drink and drive.
Right?
You call
Of
up,
course.
or now you have the application, the app, or Kakao app does it, and they come and they drive for you. They drive your car to your house. And they're all just about maybe like 95% of the time, they're middle-aged men.
True.
And when you hear their stories, because, you know, when I get drunk, like I talk a lot. Some of them all have, that's a second job.
Right.
Second
We're
job.
going to talk about this later.
Yeah, I know. We're going to talk about it. Their second job, or this is the only job that they can get. So you'll see a lot of middle-aged men who are driving other people's car for them. And it's not an easy job.
Not an easy task,
And the
right?
weight and the pressure the breadwinners carry. I mean, it's really hard to put into words seeing this.
That's exactly what Mr. Kim was going through. And then someone Mr. Kim has always been a little jealous of comes to his mind. A friend who owns a building, the building owner. So in Korea, there was even a saying at one point, like, above God, there is this building owner. So believe it or not, even teenagers used to say their dream job was becoming a building owner. So in the end, even though his friend tells him not to do it, but Mr. Kim decides to buy a commercial property.
That's right. And like to him, it seems like it's just such a success story. There's a difference between owning a home, right? Having your own apartment and having your own building.
Oh, it's different.
And so his friend, I think he gets something on the lines of 30 million a month.
30 million?
30 million, 3천만 원, right? And so that's about, he's making about $25,000 a month from the rent. A month.
Wow.
And so this is the guy that he wants. And he wants to be like him and not have to work. But this is where things go wrong.
Right.
He ends up getting scammed. Real estate fraud. Oh my goodness.
Oh, poor Mr. Kim. So in Korea, there are actually quite a few common ways these scams work, but you can roughly break it down into three main types. The most common one is using famous franchise brands as bait. Like they'll say like a Starbucks is moving in or a big name cafe has already signed a lease. And because it's a major brand, people assume it must be safe, but it's not real. And Mr. Kim falls for it too. And he signs the contract believing a famous franchise will move in.
There's people that go around giving these like flyers, right? And saying like, you know, it's near 역세권. You'll hear 역세권, which means near the station.
Subway station.
Right? And so when he buys it, I think, or he's about to buy it, he does he walks out of the station and he times how long it takes.
It takes like 3 minutes or 5 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Like within 5 minutes is considered very good. Right? But again, he overpays. But what is the second tactic that they use?
The second one plays very cleverly with psychology, like price negotiation. They start by asking for an extremely high price, like 1.6 billion won, and then slowly lower it to like 1 billion during negotiation. So the buyer feels like they have won. They think like, I've got the upper hand. I made a smart deal. And that sense of satisfaction makes them overlook warning signs. And Mr. Kim also believes he got a bargain and signs a contract.
Exactly. You always have to be cautious about things that seem a little bit too much of a bargain. Right? If you're going, it's 1.6 billion.
And then 1 billion?
But also 1 billion, you're taking away 600 million won.
That's huge.
Which is around 450,000 US dollars. That much of a discount is red flags, right?
Red flag, a lot of red flags.
But when you're Mr. Kim, you're going, discount. I'm going to be a building owner. And the last tactic that they use.
The most dangerous one is fake tenants. They show contracts that look like someone is already renting the space or that a tenant is about to move in, but there's no tenant. It's all staged. The contracts exist only on paper, and after signing and by the time you find out, it's too late. And Mr. Kim realizes that it was a scam after investing his retirement savings and even taking out loans.
It's not even that he had the severance
pay.
But he got a little bit more because he chose to resign.
Right.
End his career early. Plus severance plus the bonus he got for resigning early, which came out to around like 500 mil. 500 million won. And then plus he takes out a mortgage for another 500 mil. Right? Money he doesn't have. Money he doesn't have, and it's not even worth that much. Now, I remember seeing a recent article saying that vacancy rates in Garusu길, Gangnam, which is a popular area, one of Seoul's most famous districts, now over 40% vacancy rate here.
Yes, right, totally. So in the past, people believed that popular commercial areas would always bounce back. But now with online shopping growing and rents staying very high, even experts cannot predict when things will recover. So these days, like famous location doesn't mean safe anymore.
It's so wild because exactly what is happening to Mr. Kim in the drama, I see it all the time. Because right next to my apartment complex, there's a new apartment complex that was built, I think it finished 2 years ago. And even though it finished 2 years ago, you know how like they have like we call it 상가, which is the commercial buildings
commercial
near
property.
the apartment complex, and they're all empty. And so I pass by it sometimes, and I go, I don't understand why it's so empty. I mean, like everyone, if you put a convenience store there, everyone would go. No, it's not that easy. It's very expensive. Also, there's so much vacancy that you see signs saying
Like
that
real estate agents, like phone numbers.
always phone numbers, but they do things like no down payment, no security deposit.
Oh, that's a red flag.
No, so that because they can't, no one's coming in.
Oh.
They're trying to get in as much like tenants, but no tenant is coming in.
Oh.
And so they're going, listen, you don't have to put in any security, just pay us rent. Please come in.
Oh.
But it's still
That's
empty.
happening. Yeah, that's happening. I also have I don't own it, but I also have a like complex, like commercial complex nearby my house.
Because you live in an office town, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So it's like we always call it like a ghost town because there's no one.
It's ghost town where you are?
We are saying that
Really? Even
to
where
describe
you are?
to describe that.
Oh my goodness.
Commercial complex.
Even if it's an office town?
Yeah.
That's so
Nearby
wild.
office town.
Oh my goodness, that's so wild. Because usually, like, if it's in like a vicinity of like office towns, people don't want to go far to get stuff. So you have a lot of places that
right.
are
Convenience
filled.
store, like,
Convenience stores, restaurants,
Laundry,
right,
right.
laundry, laundromats, cell phone stores even. But that's Korea right now. Oh my goodness. And so now what they do is because they make these commercial buildings and they need to find people who are going to buy it, they keep cutting the cost.
That's true.
But still no one's going in.
So that's why what Mr. Kim did was very dangerous behavior, right?
It's what was it?
dangerous.
What is it? I think they were saying something on the lines of like the real estate agent later on was saying something on the lines of you bought something that people would not buy for $300,000. You paid 3 times more. More than 3 times more.
Right.
Why did you do this? But
Guys,
just that
don't do
idea,
that.
just the idea that I don't have to work anymore and I'm going to get a, steady flow of income through the rent is the dream that he had, right? And it's the dream that many people have as well, which is why people do get scammed very easily. We're going to continue to talk about the dream life of Mr. Kim and some of the hidden cultural elements and social elements. All of us here at the Kulture Inc. had a very hard time trying to figure out how in the world we pronounce his name. But this is a artist by the name of Gek with the song called 내 인생에도 봄이 오겠지, Spring Will Come to My Life Too. We're back in the studio talking about the dream life of Mr. Kim, and we unfortunately saw Mr. Kim get scammed in a real estate deal, which unfortunately happens way too many times. Do you ever get phone calls?
What kind of phone calls?
Saying like, if you're interested, buy this like area, like buy this like commercial
no,
space.
no.
You never get that? I get that all the time.
Really?
I don't even know why I get it.
How they get their number?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe coupon.
Oh?
Maybe coupon. Data leak. I don't know. I've been getting a lot of that, and I was getting so annoyed, right?
Oh.
So they call in like, oh, are you so and so? I'm like, yes. And they don't even call you with 02 or like 031. It's 010.
Oh, their private phone numbers?
Yeah, and so I pick up because I'm thinking, as freelancers, we think, hey, are
yeah.
they gonna ask me? Do you have an MC gig? Do you have an event that I'm gonna host or something like that? So I pick up and they go like, are you so and so? And are you interested in buying this commercial space?
Oh my goodness.
And then I lied to them, right? So I got so mad, like they keep calling, so I go, oh yeah, like I'm so interested, but I have debt. I don't think she's like, what? Like, why do you have debt? I was like, I just recently bought another commercial space.
Oh,
Like just like this,
like that.
and I paid 15. I was like, what is it? 1.5 billion won for it, and no one's coming in. And I was like, is this a better place? Because I really need to make money, but I'm down like a billion won.
Oh, that's a good way to avoid this like dangerous situations, right?
Yeah, and so they go, oh, you have that much debt? And I go like, yeah, but I could no problem getting mortgage, right? I have no problem getting mortgage, right? And they'd be like, well, well, I was like, no, come on, I really want this, And they stopped
That's
calling.
a good solution, right?
No, I hate it. But again, we're going to move on here.
Okay.
Other elements coming out from this drama.
All
What are we going to
right.
focus this time?
So this time, the key word is panic disorder.
Oh.
The moment Mr. Kim realizes he's been scammed, he collapses right in front of the building and is taken to the ER. And after the scam, while he was doing his job like 대리기사, he runs into situations that remind him of what he went through at the company he worked for. And suddenly he has a panic attack. He cannot breathe properly, his eyes and hands start shaking, and eventually he even gets into a car accident.
In Korea, I think nowadays more and more people are aware of mental health, but before they weren't, and they're starting to find out that many men, especially breadwinners, right? Many men suffer from panic attack,
Right. Or depression. Mental diseases.
and it comes especially from middle-aged men like Mr. Kim, and it's not rare. It happens to a lot of people. There's a lot of guys in the freelance world in broadcasting that have suffered from panic attack like myself. But in that situation, though, right?
Okay.
The hospital would then suggest psychiatric
course.
treatment or see somebody, see a therapist.
Of course, yeah, they do. But Mr. Kim refuses to accept that something goes wrong. He says things like, I'm not that kind of person. There's nothing mentally wrong with me. This reaction is actually very common in Korean society, especially among middle-aged men, like you've said before, because there's still a strong belief that seeing a psychiatrist means you are weak.
Or crazy. Yeah.
So you are expected to hold everything in, even when you're depressed, because you still have a family to support. So they tell themselves they cannot break down. They're not allowed to break down.
Yeah, exactly. We have this mindset, it's a very patriarchal society.
Right.
Where the men are supposed to be strong. Men are supposed to make money. And you especially see that with Mr. Kim, right? He doesn't even want his wife to work. I could bring in the money. Now he can't. And so because you're supposed to be strong, going to get help means you're weak.
Right.
And I think, what is it? He goes to the entrance of the
Psychiatrist.
But he goes to the
Hospital.
bathroom, right? He just goes to the bathroom. And then just tries not to.
He doesn't want to accept it.
He doesn't want to accept it. And surveys do show that work is also one of the biggest sources of stress in Korea.
True. And statistics show that cases of panic disorder among people in their 40s and 50s are steadily increasing. It makes sense when you think about it. For example, at work, that's when responsibility is at its heaviest, and at home, you are dealing with raising kids and anxiety about retirement at the same time. All the pressure hits at once. And I remember a psychiatrist talking about this on the show called Quiz on the Block. He said that a large number of his patients are men in middle management positions, like team leaders or department heads.
Oh, because there's the pressure.
Right.
There's the pressure. But again, I also did think that because it would, it could happen to anybody.
Right.
So I would have thought that maybe it spreads across different age groups, you know?
I thought so too. But when you hear their stories, it makes sense because younger employees can quit or change jobs if things get overwhelming. But for middle managers, that kind of escape isn't easy. And they're stuck in the middle. They have to meet their boss's expectations, manage their teams below them, and still deliver results. There's no clear way out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reason.
And it's very suffocating. And that's why they
True.
kind of grab their, chest, right? But they go home, pretend nothing happened,
Still have to be.
right? And still have to be the breadwinner.
Right. So the phrase these men say most often is I cannot be sick. I'm not allowed to be depressed. Because what they really mean is if I fall apart, everything falls apart. So even when they go to the hospital, they say, I'm not depressed. But doctors hear it differently. Doctors hear, I'm not allowed to be depressed. For them, admitting depression feels like admitting failure, like their entire life up to this point has collapsed.
Yeah. And I mean,
Heartbreaking.
for many people, that's the crazy thing. And I heard nowadays, if you go to a psychiatrist or any of these hospitals, it's packed.
True.
It's packed. You know why it's packed? And you know why middle-aged men find these places now is because they don't want to go home and tell their wives that they're going through this because they don't want to show that weakness. And so instead, they'll find the
goodness.
doctor and talk to that person and go, something is
share
wrong.
their
with me."
stories, right?
Exactly. And there's many people out there that have no idea what their husbands or their fathers are going through because they don't want to show that weakness.
I have to help my dad later after going back to my parents' house.
He's okay, right?
Maybe he's okay.
He's okay, right?
He's okay.
He's okay. He's okay. I'm sure he'll be okay. But again, this is exactly how Mr. Kim feels. For him, admitting failure just means that you're losing every role that he's built, as a worker,
Right.
as a father, and again, a provider too.
Yeah, that's true. And Mr. Kim finally admits his failure for the first time, and slowly he begins to accept that he's suffering. That's why this story stays with us, not because Mr. Kim is his special week, but because so many middle-aged men in Korea are enduring life in the exact same way. And it doesn't feel like an individual problem. It feels like a role that society has forced onto them.
That's right. Disobedient Space Whale over Newcastle says it's difficult because I don't have a family or much of a career, which means less pressure, but can make you feel like a failure too, which is also stressful, right? So it's true that if you don't have kids or like a family to take care of, it's less pressure, but there's also pressure on you from the society that you should be married and be having kids, and that's again that causes stress
Right,
too.
I'm in that situation right now.
It's just what?
What?
People are forcing. Are they going like, Yujin, why are you not getting married? But you're doing so much work though.
I know, but in Korean society, like people in their like 30s, they have to get married and they have to get kids, and every like parents or cousins, not cousins, like people are asking about that.
Oh, have you hit that age already?
Yeah, I'm in
Your
30s.
parents are saying that?
Not my parents, but like not
Your-
other
your-
adults in my family.
Your relatives?
Yeah.
Do they have kids that are married and stuff like that?
No, not yet.
They'd be like,
some.
너나 잘하세요, right? Be like, 너나 잘하세요, right? 너나 잘하세요. Just say it like, what's her name? 친절한 금자씨. 너나 잘하세요. Just do that, right? Anyways, we're going to continue to talk about Dream Life of Mr. Kim, but I think this is the perfect song to play for those that might be going through something like Mr. Kim. This is 이적 with Don't Worry, 걱정 말아요, 그대. I've been seeing her in a really long time, but I believe Shinta, right, from Indonesia, says it's a culture in Asia, I guess, when you get married, nightmare question for those in their 30s, single, male, and female. The whole, like, when are you going to get married? And when you do get married, it's like, when am I going to see my grandchildren?
Oh,
I was lucky I didn't get any of that stuff.
Oh, really?
But I found that I got married early.
Oh,
I got married when I was 29.
29.
Yeah, 29, just about to turn 30. So I guess that was considered young.
Yeah, kind of.
Why did I do that? Anyway. When I'm very young, no. It's all good. We talked about why Mr. Kim fell apart and what was going on inside his head. What's our topic next?
Okay, so after the scam and while dealing with depression and panic disorder, Mr. Kim starts working as a 대리기사, or in English, it's like a substitute or proxy driver just to make a living. And some of our listeners might not be familiar with this 대리기사 culture. So as Jay explained about this before, so Korea has a very strong drinking culture.
Yes.
And after company dinners or social gatherings, since they cannot drive drunk, people often call a 대리기사 someone who drives your car for you. So you call a driver and then take you in your own car to your destination, and it's a very common service here.
Yeah, I mean, you could find drivers overseas, but I feel like this is more like common and more like it's different in Korea, right?
It's true. So the market itself is actually quite large. The related industry in Korea is worth about 3 trillion won.
That's over 2 billion. Oh my goodness.
And there are over 30,000 companies and more than 160,000 drivers. That's huge.
Yeah.
And recently, like big platforms have entered the market. So the whole industry is becoming more platform-based. It's so huge.
So let's talk about who works as 대리기사, right?
So, yeah, you can divide them into 2 groups. The first group is full-time drivers, usually men in their 40s to 60s. They often work all night, aiming to make around 100 to 150,000 won a day. And that sounds physically exhausting, like working through the night and sleeping during the day over and over takes a serious toll on your health.
So you have to deal with drunks.
Yeah.
And there are some bad drunks, right? There's some really bad drunks. And you have to say yes, 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 sir. And some of them are like, you know, because most of them are like middle-aged men.
Right.
And some of these customers are younger, like your son's age. And they're drunk and they're acting like idiots and, you know, doing different things, whatever, just to make like $80 to about like $120 a night. But most of them have day jobs. The craziest thing I heard was last year I took a 대리운전, right? And I was talking to the guy and he was so proud that his son got into Seoul National University.
Oh.
And so he's like, I got another son that's about to go to college next year. I got to make more money. He's an office worker. So he works during the day, and then on weekends, he drives at night.
Oh.
And just to make a little extra cash for all that stuff.
Oh.
But he was still so proud that his son went to Seoul National University. And he fights through the fatigue just thinking about his kids. And that's a lot of people out here. And of course, the second group will be part-time drivers, right?
Yeah, exactly. So regular office workers who go out for 2 or 3 hours after work to earn some extra cash or to cover loan interest.
Yeah.
So sometimes 대리기사 shows how hard someone is struggling. It has become one of the most symbolic side jobs in Korea's gig economy.
The idea that basically, you know, if you have a driver's license, you can have this job. No one is going to check your resume.
There's no
right?
age limitations.
No, there's not. And so, which kind of brings us to this question, what kinds of side jobs do people in Korea usually have?
So there's a wide range, like food delivery, overnight convenience store shifts, or short-term warehouse jobs at logistics centers. Those are very common. So with rising prices, housing costs, and education expenses, a lot of people feel that relying on just one job is not enough anymore. So even if they have a full-time job, working nights or weekends has become pretty normal here in Korea. But younger generations often have another reason. What do you think that might be?
Because there's no jobs, they can't get
Oh,
jobs?
that could be one answer.
Yeah? What is it?
Okay, it's for their identity.
Huh.
So, at work, everything about you is defined by your role and your title. So, inside the company, you are not really you yourself. You are just an employee. So, the side jobs become a space where they can be themselves. I mean, like real themselves. So, outside of work, they look for something they can say, like, this is who I really am. This is what I really want. Some may draw cartoons on social media, some sell handmade crafts, others do video editing or work on personal creative projects. So it's less about money, it's more about confirming who they are and what they like. So side jobs become a way to protect their identity, not just earn income.
There's even things like, if you see, remember Parasite?
Parasite.
They're folding pizza boxes.
Oh, right.
Right, the movie Parasite. There's like
Another
things for
side
like,
job.
another side job is like putting eyes on the dolls.
Oh.
Like the sticker dolls, like the sticker eyes. And I don't know how much that pays. A lot of people have been doing the food delivery. And so there are those that do the scooter, but there's also people that do it with
Bicycles, right?
or even cars.
Oh, right.
And cars are tough because I mean it's you know less accessible with cars than it is with scooters. But again, this is a very different situation from Mr. Kim's situation.
Right, it
though.
is. So if Mr. Kim's side job was about survival, for many younger people, side jobs are about not losing themselves. So same word, side job here, but completely different meanings depending on the generation.
Let's kind of wrap things off here,
Okay.
right? As I guess for you look at Mr. Kim, what do you want to say to the people out there?
I have various things, but tonight, somewhere out there are countless Mr. Kims still on the roads.
Yeah.
So hopefully this story reaches to them and to everyone crossing the night for their own reasons in their own places. I just want to dedicate this song to you.
Yeah. Again, I mean, we're talking about a character by the name of Mr. Kim in a drama. But just like Yujin said, there are many Mr. Kims.
Yeah.
I mean, there are many Mr. Kims. It's Korea. There's so many Kims out there. But there are people like Mr. Kim.
Yeah, we are Mr. Kim,
Right.
actually.
Exactly.
You can be Mr. Kim.
Exactly. And so, I mean, there's so many people that are putting so much into trying to
protect their children, their family.
just about
themselves.
anything. Yeah, and their self too. So just like Yujin said, we are going to play this one last song here. Yujin, thank you so much for this. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Be nice to your daddy.
Daddy, I love
Daddy-o,
you.
Daddy-o. And we'll see you again next Friday.
Okay, see you next Friday. Bye.